Okay, so I see this commercial on TV about the Hog's Breath Cafe here in Australia, and I can't help but remember every time I see the commercial about Hog's Breath in Destin, Florida, which I used to frequent all the time. And I wondered, what's the chances of this commercial or this Hog's Breath being the same Hog's Breath company as the one in Destin, Florida? So I got on the internet and I did some searching and pulled up the website for the Hog's Breath here in Australia, which you see on the screen now. And then, of course, I pulled up the website for the Hog's Breath in Destin, which you see here, considerably different, except for a few things. Now, Australia is really cheeky about stuff, and I see a lot of similarities between certain brands between Australia and the U.S., and that's mostly because Australia copies the U.S. a lot. Now, with Hog's Breath, I know it's the exact same name for the company, and I know that there's no way for Hog's Breath in Destin to sue Hog's Breath in Australia because it crosses international borders, and there's no way to enforce copyright infringement. So I did a little bit of checking and went to the Hog's Breath history page, and it states very clearly, our founding father and original boss hog, Don Algie, was sailing along the Queensland coast and settled into the idyllic surrounds of the Whitsunday Islands. Soon after, he opened the doors of the first Hog's Breath restaurant right there in Airlie Beach. 1989. The year following, they opened up a second store. Now, that's all there is to the story of Hog's Breath, other than significantly started in 1989. So then I went a little further into their advertisement on their website and found the Hog's Breath, a little caption here, a Hog's Breath is better than no breath at all, in Greek somewhat, but they have the same font and the same logo layout as that of the Destin Hog's Breath, even the little squirrely underneath it. Big difference is Hog's Breath in Destin was established in 1976, full 13 years before the one in Australia. So that little story about sailing from one place to another, or sailing along the coast, and then suddenly coming up with this idea for Hog's Breath, I find kind of bogus. Especially when we're talking about, the same font for the logo, the same squirrely, Hog's Breath Cafe, I mean, even the same name for the company. So I found that, very odd. And then I see in their little advertisement on their website, Hog's Breath with a TM next to it, which stands for trademark. So exactly how did they trademark the name Hog's Breath when it's being used in Florida, Destin? They very obviously copied the name, the font, the way it's displayed, the little squirrely underneath, and even copied the slogan. So, yeah, there it is. 13 years later, and here down here, Hog's Breath is better than no breath at all. I mean, come on, seriously. The guys in Australia are so cheeky And they know they can get away with it because it's crossing international borders, and nobody in the U.S. is going to sue somebody in Australia for stealing their logo, stealing the name of the company 13 years after it's already been established in the U.S., you know? So, yeah, these little things I just find very annoying, you know? Tell me what you think about this in the comments.